So today I'm here with my son Toby, the very vocal one, the one that is not shy. We argue all the time. This boy is a very sweet boy, but he has mouth. I tell him Obodo children are spoiled, they are lazy. He tells me African parents don't listen. So after much persuasion, he's finally agreed to come and talk on camera. I had to bribe him before he will come and appear. We finished doing shopping, so we are sitting in the car to do the vlog before we lose the daylight. Hi guys, it's your girl Bridget Ekpo. Welcome to Obodooyinbo TV. If it's your first time, please subscribe. It's the red button down there. Just click on the subscribe button, and if you click on the bell sign, it tells you whenever I upload my videos or my vlogs. This is my son Toby. He's 13 going 14 in a few months. I brought him today after much persuasion and bribing because we want to talk about Obodooyinbo kids. We talk about Obodooyinbo issues all the time. We talk about men, women issues, talk about African issues. But we have not really talked about Obodooyinbo kids. And it's been on my mind to do a blog about Obodooyinbo kids because I always say that Obodooyinbo children, they are spoiled. Yes, I stand by it any day, anytime. I say Obodooyinbo kids are spoiled because these children in this Obodooyinbo, they don't we try as much as possible to instill African values in them, but it's a battle. I tell my son that Obodooyinbo kids are spoiled and lazy. He tells me African parents don't listen. So today we are talking about Obodooyinbo kids. So Toby, I say you guys are spoiled and lazy. You tell me we don't listen. Why do you say African parents don't listen?
Because before anything even happens, we jump to conclusion, and then even if you try to talk and tell you what's actually happening, you still stick by that conclusion you've jumped.
So we jump to conclusion in what way? Give an example.
When Daddy always shouts in the sitting room that I'm doing something because he expects me to be in the sitting room. I don't understand, but he starts shouting out his own game. It's everyday gaming. He's never reading his book. But sometimes I'm in my room and I'm reading my books.
Is it in the room, in the bed, that you read your books? Or where you actually have table and chair? Where do you read? You read on the bed, lying down, or do you read in your iPad and your phone? Is that where your books are?
No, Sometimes I'm actually reading.
You're actually reading, but most times, what are you doing? Be honest though, because you know we don't like lies. All liars go to hell. So tell the truth. Most times,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm on game.
You're on game. And you're on game. That is the thing you enjoy doing. You know that. You know that. Toby, tell the truth now. You know that you're on game. And then daddy will come and say, don't be on game. Read your books. Read your books. It's a battle all day, every day. And you say, we don't listen. Okay. So that one, let's leave it aside. Now let's come to chores. As a kid in Nigeria, I wake up at 6 or before 6 o'clock. I do all my chores. I'll sweep. I'll make sure the whole compound. And Nigerian houses are very big. You've been to Nigeria, you know. Me and my sisters will sweep everywhere. We'll sweep both indoors, outdoors, all around the compound. We'll sweep everywhere. We'll go and get water. If there's no water, we'll go and get water. We'll make sure that there's water. You know, do all our chores. Then we'll get to school. And do you know the time school starts in Nigeria? 7:30. That's when school starts. And if you get to school 7:35, you are late. The teachers in my time, when I was growing up, had long canes like this. I remember Mr. Ezio. I will never forget that man in my life. There's a teacher that was called Mr. Ezio. That man beat the living daylight out of me. He will stand like this with his long cane by the gate and will be waiting. If you are late, because I was a day student in both primary and secondary, he will give you 7 strokes of the cane. The thing will pain you. You cannot talk, because if you talk, your parents will give you another 7. So tomorrow morning, nobody will tell you to come to school on time. But here, what do you guys do? When you talk in class, every time the school will be calling us and telling us, hey, he was making noise in class today. And because of that, he's got detention. What is the detention that you do? Tell me, what do you do when you go on detention?
You sit down in a room and the other 30 minutes after school, 60 or 90.
And you sit down in a room?
Yeah.
That's punishment for you to sit down in a room?
Yeah.
Do you learn from that sitting down in a room?
No.
You see, you said it, you don't learn. But that's what the school considers as punishment, because sitting down in a room is the biggest punishment in this world, isn't it?
I'm being serious. I don't know how they think that's punishment, because if you're seeing that the students are getting detentions every single time and you're just giving them detention and it's not working, then that means it's not working.
It doesn't work. I don't think detention works. I don't agree with it. I think there should be a way of discipline. You know, something more serious than you just going to sit in a class. That's why you get so many detention. You know that, because you don't take it seriously. But you know it's not good to get detention, because after a while they will call you to a meeting, and that's why they will now bring out a book and start putting you in the, what they call that thing. The one, they will get a book and you will go to the headmaster, and then they will now say you have to, your parents have to be signing it.
A report.
Is it a report?
Yeah.
You got that one before, didn't you?
Yeah.
We've been behaving very well this term, so thank God for that. So in the morning here, when you wake up, you start school at 9 o'clock. Do you do chores?
Not in the morning.
So you don't do chores in the morning. When do you do chores?
After I come back from school.
What chores do you do?
I wash the plates.
You wash plates, yes.
I sweep the kitchen floor. I clean the kitchen table.
You clean the kitchen table. And do you do it without being prompted, without me shouting and nagging and, you know, telling you to do it? Do you just come back from school sometimes when I come back from work before I get home, and you just go and do it?
Sometimes.
How often? Let's say in 7 days, how often do you do it without being told?
3.
No, it's not true. It's not true. Not 3. I'll say 1. No, 0. In fact, in fact, 0. Most times it's when you hear me, I put my key on the lock, that you now do, you now rush to the kitchen, or when that is coming. True of us. You know, that's the truth. That's when you start rushing. Imagine if you had to wake up at 7 a.m. and you have to do your chores before going to school, and you have to be in school on time. That is what I call discipline. Real discipline. Which
that's Nigerian discipline, not English. That's different.
Tell me about English discipline. Is it not the detention one that we just talked about that doesn't work?
No, but that's not discipline.
Which one is not discipline?
Waking up at okay, what time does school start in Nigeria?
7:30 in the morning.
Okay, then what time do you wake up?
I wake up at 6. I used to wake up at 6.
And you do all of that
Yes.
before going to school.
Exactly. Benny.
That doesn't make that,
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
that will make you late.
No, did you hear what I just told you? I can't be late because Mr. Ezio is waiting with his cane by the school gate, so I cannot be late.
But that doesn't.
If they give you 6 stroke of a cane today, they give you tomorrow, will you be late next tomorrow?
I'll try not to.
Exactly. You will not be late. I know the cane is waiting for me, so I will not be late. And you tell me that every time we do Nigerian style, we always do Nigerian style. England is different. That what we find disrespectful is not disrespect in Nigeria is not disrespectful. Okay, please tell me how is different.
Because basically, Nigeria has its own the culture has its something that would be disrespectful from a child to a parent.
Yeah.
And London is different.
Right. Okay.
And when you want to move overseas, you have to realize and accept the fact that you're not gonna raise your child as you would if you're raising a child in Nigeria. Okay,
please tell me, Mr. Raise your child that knows you at 13 how to raise child. Please tell me, how should I raise you?
Because the culture and the laws in the country is different.
Okay, so because the laws are in favor and gives you rights, Nigerian children don't have any rights. It's the parent that is the law and order. I like it.
That's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Here that you call police for your parents is the one that is good, that they teach you how to die police. This is what is good.
No, but that's obviously different. Because if it's discipline, then I wouldn't do it. But if your parents just beating you up for no reason, they should teach the child how to call child line.
Child line. You know how to call child line. This is what they teach you in school. That's why you have detention, because instead of them to teach you book, they teach you how to call child line. I'm not supporting abuse. Abuse is not good. I don't even know how to beat. Me personally, I don't know how to beat. When was the last time I beat you? Did I ever even beat you? I can't even beat. But you guys are sports. You have to accept it that you guys are sports. All you want to do is just play, eat and play. Life is not like that. Do you accept that we parents are trying to prepare you for the world when you grow up? Because life is not as simple as you or easy the way you guys say it. Do you know that?
Yeah.
You know that.
You can do it in a way that is more understandable to a child that's living.
When I talk and talk, you don't listen. How do I make it understandable? And how? Give me ways. No, teach me now. You're teaching me parenting.
Okay, so basically, when you're telling a child to read book, and you'll do it, and then after you go on a game like PS4, they'll tell you why you're not reading your book anymore. You need to be able to balance it out, but with parents, they just expect you to be on reading book 24/7.
What's wrong with reading book 24/7?
You think all these big people, you're telling me that they never played games.
First of all, there was no game when we were growing up. There was no such thing as game. And you know what? I believe that this game, in fact, they are terrible for children because Okay,
it's
tell me why.
New jobs. As you know, this man here called Ninja, he's earning $1 million a month from playing the game.
Yeah, but it's making children like you hook on games, on video games.
Yeah, and you have to be good to do that. So if you can improve your skill on games, and then you start doing YouTube or you start streaming it, doing live videos, and you get other people to watch it, because it's not only children that watch it. The games can appeal to any audience.
So how many people can be on YouTube and be streaming games and be playing games and making money from it? How many people? All the children in this world, how many can do that?
If you can get to this skill level, and it's not even about how good you are at the game. It's about your personality and confidence and like various other stuff. Yeah, that would make people like people see this channel, see the videos, and then say, oh, I like this person, I'll start watching him a lot, and then you just get the views up.
So don't you think that you should balance it? You told me about balancing it. You
balancing.
too, shouldn't you balance gaming and your studies? How are you going to be a doctor if you don't balance gaming and your books? Don't you know every African parent wants their child to be a doctor?
Yeah, but that's not it's not like that anymore.
It's not.
Yeah, not every child can be a doctor. It's like you saying how many children can go on YouTube and become big. Not everyone can be a doctor. Not everybody's destined to be a doctor.
Okay, I agree. I accept that. No, it's not everybody that can be a doctor. I agree. I believe that you should do whatever you are passionate about because you have more chances to succeed in it. But in anything you want to be, if you want to be an engineer, you want to be an accountant, you want to be even a software engineer, you want to go into computers, you want to do even, I don't know, gaming, people that come up with these games, they sit down to design it. Do you think that they didn't have the education to do it? If they don't have the education, can they do it? They can't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You think you're going to live in my house forever? It doesn't matter.
No. If you're talking about like what job are you talking about?
Any job you want to do, any
like
job at all. Any job.
Engineering. What does school in secondary school and primary school give you to do engineering?
Because you need to get your GCSEs, you need to get the right subjects, and you need to pass them very well to get into uni to go and study engineering. That is the basic. Secondary school is the basic for it. Without the secondary school, you can't get into higher education. And without higher education, you can't have the qualification you need. That's why secondary school is vital. Secondary school, except you say, okay, after secondary school, maybe I want to go and learn to be a plumber. You want to be a plumber? You want to go and start doing plumbing work? They make a lot of money in this part of the world. You fix sink and, toilet and things like that. If my sink is leaking, I'll call you to come and fix it. Do you want to do that? No, I'm not. I don't have anything against plumbers. People make a successful living out of plumbing. So if you want to be a plumber. But I want more for you. Let me put it that way. I want more for you, and you understand why we keep, me and your dad and I keep, at you that you should read your books and read your books. And this plate thing, why don't you carry your plate? When you finish eating, to wash your plate, and you always want to eat in front of the sitting room. That's the thing that always causes quarrel between you and your daddy. You know that.
Yeah. Because I forget.
You forget.
Yeah.
But you didn't forget the food when you were eating it. You didn't put it in your nose. You didn't mistakenly put it in your nose. You put it in your mouth.
Because no one puts it in their nose.
And you can forget and just put it in your nose because you forgot.
I forget the plate.
You forget the plate.
I'm finished eating, and I just forget that I was eating.
Because you are watching TV. That's the thing. You like TV. You just sit down, you relax like this, and just settle down and be watching TV. That's what you do. That's always lands you in trouble. You know that. So let's conclude. Am I right in my assertion? I'm not right. So you are right.
Yeah.
Okay, conclude then, since you are right.
Okay, so the conclusion is when people from Africa,
when people from Africa,
when adults from Africa,
let me interpret for you.
Africa, come to Abuja in like other places.
Abuja, Calabar, where your daddy comes from.
Yeah, when they come like to places like England.
To places like England, yeah.
They can't expect to raise their children like they would raise that their mom and dad raised them.
What is wrong with the way their mom and dad raised them?
It's because we're not in the same place.
Right. You're not in the same place.
And especially when you see with the other people, like the actual Europeans.
So you think the way the
wait. And you're in the you can't say this place is Africa. This has its own place. If you're in Africa, then you can do that. But you still have to adapt, and you can't do the same thing.
So we should raise you like Europeans raise their children.
No, you can do mixture.
Good. I like that. Mixture is good.
But not just one thing. Like,
Yeah.
You can't just be African in England. Like, fully African when you're.
So we should lose ourselves because we are in England.
Not lose it. Just adapt.
Adapt.
You have to adapt in everything you do.
Oh, I see.
When it's a new thing, you adapt.
I see. Which one is PS4 preparing you for? Which training? Is it pharmacy or doctor, engineer? Which one? Microsoft?
That's just fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, should we have more fun than we work? Or we should work more and have fun as leisure? Fun is meant to be something you just do, leisure. It's not meant to be what you do every day.
But when you're a child, you can have more fun than your adult. Like I don't expect like you to go on PS4 and just play like I do.
So adults are the ones that suffer.
Yeah.
I don't agree. You have to prepare for adulthood. As a child, you are growing up. So
but I'm still a child. Let me be a child.
You are a child. I'm letting you be a child. But you said we should do everything in proportion. So you be a child sometimes. And being a child means getting ready for being an adult. So that's the way we are going to do it. And we will continue to do it the way we want. You know what? Because we are parents and God has given us the right to parent you. So when you grow up and then you become a parent yourself, then you can do all the style that you want to do in your own parents. Talking back, that's rude. When your parent is talking, you do not talk. You keep quiet. Whether they are right or wrong, we are Africans. You have to shut up and keep quiet and listen. When they finish, if you want to talk, you raise your hand and say, "Excuse me, sir," before you can talk. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good.
Wait. Firstly, you see when when the Bible says, follow, what's it called? What's it called?
Toby, please
Wait,
stop dragging this blog. I beg you.
Wait. You see when the Bible says,
What's a called Bible?
The commandments.
Yeah, children.
When it says, obey your parents.
Yes, honor your father and your mother.
Honor your father and your mother. It's not talking about your biological father and mother.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay.
It's talking about. It's talking about a father figure.
I have to speak to Stephen about this. Stephen has been teaching you some things I don't know in that Bible class or in that Sunday school.
It's not because your mom can be telling you nonsense sometimes, and you expect to follow her and obey her. Is that good?
No, that's not good.
See, so
not good.
It's not like your biological mother.
It's your biological mother and your biological father. When the Bible says honor your father and your mother, it's not a figure of speech.
Okay, so if your father and mother told you to go and kill someone, you should go honor them and kill the person.
No,
see,
that's not what honor means. That's not what honor means. Honor doesn't mean that you go and do the wrong
but
thing.
If you don't, but in Africa, if you don't do what your mom and dad tell you, isn't that disrespectful?
African parents is disrespectful, but African parents will not tell you to go and kill somebody. They don't.
Yeah, but if you're gonna use it in England, then if you're gonna use that same concept, because I'm telling you how to adapt. So if you're gonna use that same concept and bring it to England, and your mom and dad told you to do that, and so that means if you don't follow them and you don't honor them, because honoring is being respectful and everything like that,
yeah,
and you're using that same concept you just told me about, that means you're not doing what's right according to you. But in the Bible, in the Bible it says you should honor, but it's a good seed to go and kill someone.
No, it's not. It's not a good thing.
That means it's not your biological father or mother.
Do you know what, Toby? We have to agree to disagree on this one. I know you are. I said it before. You have ideas. You have opinion. You are very opinionated, and that's what lands you in trouble, because you and your dad, you collide every day because you have your own ideas that you want to bring, but you are a child, so we'll continue to parent you. So we are going to leave it here. I know I'm right. You think I'm wrong. Well, I think you are wrong.
She's not right.
I think I'm right. I'm the parent. I'm right. You are my child, and you are wrong. So I will disagree. We'll pick it up again another time. This time, maybe I'll go and look for other of your friends and add to all of you, so you come and tell me about England and what or what not. So we'll leave it here. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the chat with my son. My no son is giving me opinion about parenting. He's not even 14 yet, and he has opinion about parenting. Who do you agree with? Most parents will agree with me. Some will not agree with me. Most children will agree with him because, let's just say, what do they know? They don't know anything. They don't know life yet.
Yeah, I
They don't know
that.
life yet. All right, guys.
Reasonable parents will agree with me.
Okay, I hear you. Reasonable. Me, I'm unreasonable. You see, that's rude. You see?
See, no, that's just stating facts.
What fact? You say
That's-
reasonable.
that's
That's an
stating
abuse.
fact.
You're
That's
abusing
not-
your parents.
See, this is again African mentality. You can't
Thank
use
you.
it here.
Thank you.
Can't use it here.
Thank you guys for watching. Say bye-bye, Tobes.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Catch you in my next one. Bye.
We believe in God the Father. We believe in Jesus Christ. We believe in the Holy Spirit.